I also want to know what's the worst thing about this whole situation. It's the people who's affected personally by this loss, like the people who live at Arizona, the people who are about to lose their fucking jobs because of this fucking move, the people who literally will not have somebody to help brighten up their mood when they have a really shitty day. Because now the only choice they have is to have a team like the Diamondbacks who are okay, but they're not that all achieving. And then you got the Arizona Coyote. I mean, the Arizona Cardinals. Who the fuck like are they even low? And then you got the Suns, who are actually pretty alright. But the problem with this is that the biggest problem, like I'm saying, is that the team that people are going to lose jobs, and knowing the job market, as someone who's been trying to look for work for a while, trying to get a new fucking job in the same field is going to be super super hard for these people. So how the fuck are they going to get like how the fuck is this organization going to compensate for the amount of jobless people it's going to be from this fucking team moving? Like this is the problem with relocation culture. You see, I'm a nigga who lives in Milton Keynes, the town that's notorious for having host of the MK Dons, the team that literally took the originating team from like a AFC no from Wimbledon FC, and decided to just move them to Milton Keynes because the dumb fucking owner, instead of just improving on the team that already exists in Milton Keynes. Which, fun fact, yeah, Milton Keynes did have a team that existed. They rather just take an existing club since they own it and just say, let's just move to Milton Keynes because it makes more revenue. And now, sure enough, the team to this very fucking day is the most hated team in England. And I am going to see their last season match where they are currently sitting at the near bottom of League Two. Says everything. They have one of the most solid stadiums in like the League Two or in like English football league. Yet they suck monkey dick, and nobody gives a fuck. Every time you go online, people just make fun of them and make fun of how little fans they have. But the thing with that is that they deserve to get shut on because that team was just made out of pure greed and malice. While the Coyotes, I don't think so. Maybe they were at first with Winnipeg. In fact, probably they were. Actually, it's almost like it's the same. But even so, what's happening here is just fucking bullshit, and I don't like what's happening. And I think this relocation culture in America is so fucking daft. Because if it was in Europe, this shit won't happen because it will destroy everybody's reputation. But in America, it's so okay because everything in America is commercialized shithole. So yeah, whatever. Let's go to the video and let me talk about why I like the Coyotes. This is how I found love with not only the sport of hockey, but with my team, the Arizona Coyotes. I remember just being enamored by the violence on display, the speed, the skill of the sport, all that shit. And I was just wondering, man, these teams all look so cool and intimidating with their brands and with these logos. Like, whoa, is that a flying panther? Whoa, is that a really metal looking, gnarly looking saber tooth tiger? Whoa, is that a generic bee in the golden circle? Whoa, is that like a tiger with wings? But then there's just this one badge where I literally was just so like, wow, it's so wicked. I was like, I need to follow that team, and that team was the Arizona motherfucking Coyotes. Yeah. Hmm. Coolest team, coolest brand. I always chose them in all these tournaments. And then okay, I need to tell you this one thing. I actually became a fan of them because of this one jersey. Let me show you. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Yeah, boy. Yeah, but I saw this shit in the alternate in like the jersey select. I was like, oh shit, I need to follow this team. Like this running coyote thing looks so fucking rad and sick, and I was like, yeah, boy. And then from that time onwards, like I became a fan ever since. Admittedly, it's not that good. I still fell in love with them. They're a cool fucking club. I thought they were cool. Like, what team has a full body cat? I'd be full body dog running like this. But anyway, yeah. the Arizona Coyotes have become roadkill. That the team I've been supporting for well over like pretty much most of my life, like since I was 11 years old, they're suddenly just gone in an instant. That we suddenly have become the Oakland A's of the NHL in this, but even worse because with the A's, they at least they got like one more season before they move on to a new city in Las Vegas. A city that I know for a fact nobody will give a shit about the A's because the A's have literally achieved absolutely nothing for who knows how long. I mean, you can say the same thing for the Coyotes, but still, it's like we're literally losing our team. We literally just lost our team just before the end of the season because the staff were told that by the off season we'll be going to a new stadium that's already been built for them. That they will start immediately next season, and that it should just be like that. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? This can be real. I feel like I'm having like a fucking mental breakdown, just comprehending like what is happening right now. It's like okay, so let me just start from where it happened. So I was just minding my own business a few weeks ago, doing my thing. Then they were just talking about relocation. I was like, I had the normal. Arizona, my team have been having so much troubles with stadiums. Of course, we became infamous for the whole. We literally had to play inside a college dorm. Yeah, it's embarrassing, but it gave the team a very rowdy, special vibe that no other team in NHL can replicate, which is awesome. But then they were really talking about Utah. I was like, why Utah? Because yeah, they have passionate families. They have people who love hockey. I'm like, good for them. But then Phoenix has a lot of it, has good revenue, so it should still have a team in the team playing regardless. But I guess not because all this whole issues, this whole problems all start with this Alex Marie or Neil, whatever the fuck the dumb white asshole is. Thanks to that dumbass and his incompetency, like the way he literally refused to pay the hotels for his players to stay in whenever they are playing away or whatever, because he's such a cheap fuck. And then I heard about this Matt Smith guy jeopardizing the whole Tempe arena vote because I don't know, because of Utah or some shit. Like that's why I saw glimpses of it on social media during the whole fallout. So it's been muddled, but I know the fact that he made so many competent dumbass decisions left and right, left and right, left and right that makes me completely baffled that this dumbass here is saying that he wants to bring back the team again. But then there's also the saying that he wants to continue owning the Tuscan, the Tucson Roadrunners, which I like. I pray to God that those guys don't go because without them, then Arizona won't have really any type of hockey culture anymore, which is bad for the youth there. But yeah, it's really bad because the Alex guy, he said he also wants to own it like maybe 5 or 6 years and make a new franchise. But if the franchise was to come back with Alex Marino, whatever the fuck his name is, then my team, we're fucked. We're absolutely fucking doomed. If he was to come back and continue owning the Arizona team again, because the way he's been treating this franchise for like the past 10 plus years, it's nothing but a fucking like a fucking disaster. Well, anyway, I'm just sad, man. It sucks because I'm not really the biggest, most hardcore hockey fan. I'm more into the whole jersey thing. I literally became a jersey collector because of the Arizona Coyotes. Because just look at this badge. This honestly is the best logo in the entirety of the NHL. Love the Native American influences it has. Very hockey as shit. Very unconventional. But that's what I like about hockey. It's a very unconventional sport, and this team overall is so unconventional and different that it makes them very special to me. That bro, just losing them makes me feel like I'm losing a family member. It's like I don't have really any team to support anymore. It's like like people saying you could just go easily support the Utah team, but I'm like, you know how hard it is just to reconfigure your mind, just to move on to something else when you've been with that thing for like such a long time. And that was me in the Arizona Coyotes. Even though they're the underdogs, I love them. I love them because they are the underdogs, and underdog teams to me are more interesting to watch than all these big teams. Like that's why I tend to support a bit more smaller clubs in England. But then the club I support is Aston Villa, so my point it's kind of wrong to say the least. But even so, I don't like supporting the big teams. I like supporting the teams that are just going to counteract the big teams and surprise everyone. And with this and the worst part is that with this roster we have now with the Arizona Coyotes with like Donan the second and Keller in the leads, our team could become a playoff contending team in the future. Imagine the Arizona Coyotes coming back to the playoffs again. I mean, they were in playoffs in 2020, I think so. But even so, we could not have actually been a really serious playoff contender. But now this shit happening is like we don't got anything. We don't got anything. So yeah, I'm pretty sad. Like you think I'll be more emotional in this video, but I was a lot more emotional during when it was on Wednesday because Wednesday I literally was a wreck. I was so depressed I couldn't do much. I was just so sad. I was so angry. I'm so bitter. You can see that in my previous videos I made for the past week. I was just so angry and bitter. Now I'm just making like a whole acceptance that my team is dead. We're gone. I can now relate to the fans who lost their teams years before. I can relate to the Quebecian fans, the Atlanta fans, and the Hartford Whaler fans. And I just pray to God that this Utah team doesn't start using the imagery of the Coyotes. But then they said the Coyotes branding and name is going to be staying in Arizona, so that's good. That means the Utah team can just piss off and not be like the Carolina Hurricanes, where they start using the fucking imagery of the Hartford Whalers for their merch because they know that more people prefer the Whalers brand to whatever the fuck the generic Canes are. Like, I don't care, man. I think the Hurricanes' identity is very lame and very try hard. It's like trying too hard to be extreme, that type of shit, that type of cringy shit. The whole water, whoa, cyclone thing, whoa, so edgy. All the Whalers just had a very classic, genuine hockey first vibe to it. It's like, what the fuck is the Hurricanes about? Isn't that a thing that kills people? Fuck, whatever. But anyway, I'm so angry about this shit. I don't know what to say. I don't know what team to support. I'm a hockey hobo. I'm literally homeless. I'm probably not gonna. Oh, okay, it's working. Probably not gonna be following much of the NHL. Maybe besides the playoffs, like this season, I am gonna root for the Rangers and the Kings. Primarily those two. Well, mostly the Rangers. I hope the Rangers makes it far because I am a New Yorker. I grew up in New York. All that shit. My stomach hurts. So like, yeah. But for now, I'm like, I don't care about any NHL. Plus, it's very like it says a lot that my favorite team, we're not going to suffer with the embarrassment with whatever the fuck Fanatics is gonna cook up for NHL jerseys now. I bet they will be okay, but even so, like Fanatics being the main jersey maker for the NHL is an embarrassing look, and it showcases how the NHL is a complete clown so joke of a league that I don't understand why people take seriously anymore. I've never seen what's happening to the Arizona Coyotes. I'm glad they left because the NHL's future is so unbelievably bleak that I'm just gonna be focusing on other stuff. Probably gonna stop buying hockey jerseys much because honestly, if there's no Coyotes and stuff, why it made me realize like why am I wasting so much money on hockey jerseys and shit that goes for like £400. Like I'm looking at this one jersey I want Arizona Coyotes Reverse Retro 1.0, and that thing goes for like £400 on eBay, and that's for a blink. So it's like, why am I paying this much for a fucking jersey? Like maybe I will buy it, but then it's also like, dude, I could just be using that money to invest in my personal life. Like I can go out more, travel around England, do more projects for my creations, expand my business and shit. I could do a lot of stuff with £400 instead of wasting on a fucking sweater. Yeah, my team losing it is the reason why I actually started to think I should change my life choices and my spending habit. Yeah. So yeah, Coyotes, you mean a lot to me. You really do. I miss you guys. I'm a Yotes forever. That's all I'm gonna say, man. It's just my team losing, leaving. It's just, it's already made a really stressful life I have right now even more stressful because I don't have that alignment to the sport I love with anymore. It's essentially like I have nothing else really. I'm just liking the sport for very superficial reasons, whatever. Fuck. I mean, like, do I have a favorite player? Yeah, I have Alex Ovechkin, but I don't have my Coyotes. I mean, I have the New York Rangers. I love the Rangers because I grew up in New York, but there's no Coyotes to counteract it. So it's like, what the fuck am I dealing with this shit now? I have literally nothing to really attach me to the sport I love. Shit, man, I don't know. Anyway, yeah.